I'm Sean Wright. We're with Century 21 Wright Realty. We're realtors. We don't just have fun playing on a internet show all the time.
Yeah.
So if you are watching, please tune in Century 21 Wright Realty. No matter where you're watching on the vast internet that Al Gore invented, go to Century 21 Wright Realty to make comments. Tell us you're there. Let us know you're there. That way we can thank you, and let us know what you're thinking about the show. As you can see behind us, I think we're in the French Quarter.
Yep. Oh, and them Saints.
And the Saints are walking in.
Watching.
And I think everybody in the whole state of Louisiana took the day off of work today to come watch them Bayou Bengals play tonight. I will guarantee you anybody $100 that the Tigers win the national championship tonight.
I'll take that bet.
The Tigers.
Tigers are going to win.
The Tigers are going to win tonight.
You heard it here.
You heard it here first. There's no doubt about it in my mind. $100 bet that the Tigers win the national championship tonight.
Take that to Vegas.
Take it right there. Money. All right, top three today. Did you get the reference on the top three today?
No.
All right, top three favorite Hall of Fame football players.
Oh, okay.
So we got two really cool things that happened.
Time to find out.
Yeah. Whoops.
But I got that. Well, man, there's a lot because you're talking about different eras.
Yeah. And after yesterday and Saturday with Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson both getting kind of surprised on live air that they had been put into the Hall of Fame, I figured, hey, let's go with it.
That was awesome. Too.
I thought Jimmy Johnson was just going to fall out and have a coronary right there in the middle of the screen.
And you see how much that means. You see when he was winning Super Bowls, he's cheering, high-fiving. But something like that's like capping off the career. You know, it brings a man to tears.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And you really think the guy only coached, 8, 9, 10 seasons, if that, between the Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. And, I mean, even in that amount of time, we got a guy that's just big time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, go on to the Century 21 Wright Realty Facebook page, and we'll be looking what's going on. All right, so top three favorite Hall of Fame football players. We got a featured listing like we always do, and we need more listings. We've sold all the ones we have except for the one we got over the weekend, so we need more. So if you got one that you got a house that you need to sell, let us know and we'll get it sold for you. All right, so go ahead, Brad. Go with the first topic.
First topic is weekend plans.
Yeah, weekend plans.
What'd you do over the weekend?
I went on a men's retreat to be a better father, business person, husband, all of the above. Great group of guys. Some of them I'd never met. Some of them I had. Great fellowship and leadership and things like that.
That's cool. I cleaned house some. Did a little bit of laundry. Watched football.
Good.
Yeah.
We watched football at the men's retreat.
Oh, that's cool.
We watched the Titans game, which we'll get to in just a minute. Mm-hmm. We watched the Niners game. I tell you what, the Titans and Niners are very similar football teams. Run, very defensive. If those two teams make it to the Super Bowl, it may be the most boring Super Bowl ever because it'll be just... Now, I love defensive football and running the old school football, so I love it. Yeah. But all these high-scoring fans that want to see a bunch of running the score up, that's not going to happen with those two teams.
I got to say, I believe the Titans' defense is tougher than Kansas City's defense. So that could be the difference maker. If Titans can slow, don't have to shut down. So if they can slow these crazy plays Mahomes does, and he's not a one-man team. They got a great offense. But if the Titans can slow that down and let Hulk run the ball.
I think that woman that walked by you threw something at you.
She better stop.
You better stop.
But, yeah, I think that we got a good chance.
Now, I'll say this. Kansas City could have really bad – I haven't looked. They could have really bad weather this weekend. The worse the weather is, the more it benefits the Titans.
Right.
Because Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, all of them are very shifty. They like to do cuts and things like that. That does not benefit in bad weather. Right. Derrick Henry's a downfield runner. Tannehill's a just drop back pass, throw it.
He ain't gonna run.
He ain't gonna run. He's not gonna run a lot or be shifty when he runs.
Yeah.
But they are very old school. Old school football is beneficial when the weather's bad.
Right.
And so even though I would say Kansas City's offense is a lot better than the Titans' offense, like you said, the Titans' defense is better than the Chiefs' defense. If you slowed Kansas City's offense down, I think Tennessee's got a really good chance of beating Kansas City, and they've already beat them twice in a row.
Right.
Now, that's usually a bad sign. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. So just be on the lookout for that. So everybody that's watching, tune in. Tell us you're watching. Tell us what you think about our thoughts about the football games over the weekend. We're going to hit top 3 favorite Hall of Fame football players in just a moment.
Yeah.
We're down near for the national championship game in the French Quarter. Like I said, $100 bill says the Tigers are winning the national championship tonight. If anybody wants to take that, you can bring my $100 bill to 108 North Spring Street in Murfreesboro.
He's awfully confident.
I'm very confident.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Usually not that confident with your bets.
That's right. So, do we got any comments or queries or anything? All right.
I feel like we're talking to ourselves.
All right. Top 3.
Talking to the mirror.
Mirror, mirror. All right.
Top 3.
Top 3. Let's get into the hysteria. Top 3 Hall of Fame football players. Number 3, Brad.
I got to go with number 3, Terry Bradshaw. Because, one, his Hall of Fame acceptance speech was awesome. If you ever watched that stuff.
I know I watched it, but I don't remember.
He's just a good, and he's a tie with Dan Hampton. I was always a big Dan Hampton fan. And I don't know what Dan Hampton's doing nowadays, but I would assume he's gotten into some kind of speaking. Because his speech was very motivational, and he did real good. But Terry Bradshaw is such a personality you can't help but to like, no matter who your favorite team is. And I just like, in the way he was reacting to Jimmy Johnson getting in.
Oh, he was pumped.
He was his biggest fan that day, So.
And he would have had to vote for it, too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because he's a current Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and is that the speech that Terry Bradshaw said that if it wasn't for a guy that made duck calls, I would have never got on the field in college?
No. I remember that part. The part that stands out is he's like, man, what I'd give to put my hands between Mike Webster's legs one more time. And that crowd just goes crazy,
So a lot of people don't know this. He was La Tech's backup quarterback to the Duck Commander. Robinson. What's the daddy's name?
Is it Phil?
Phil Robertson. So Phil Robertson was the starting quarterback of Louisiana Tech.
Okay.
And decided his call was to go make duck calls, not play football.
Huh.
Terry Bradshaw was his backup.
I did not know that.
And if it wouldn't have been for Phil Robertson going to do duck calls, Terry Bradshaw never gets on the field at Louisiana Tech. Terry Bradshaw says Phil Robertson was a lot better quarterback than he was. So there's your football history of the day. Fun fact of the day.
What's up, Lance?
Lance, thanks for watching.
Taking a break from drones and footage.
That's right.
All right. Call him soon.
Number 3 for me, the Silver Fox, Brett Favre.
Yep, I liked him.
And you're gonna notice something very similar with 2 of 3 of mine.
Falcons.
That's one.
Former, yeah. All right, so my number 2 is Anthony Munoz.
No, that's a good pick.
Because I was a lineman, and I'm the one, whenever there's a big run, I'm the one going, yeah, but look at that lineman downfield. Look at that block. Look at that block. Yeah. So, but he was one of the first, or I guess he was there when the offensive linemen started getting some due.
Lance asked who we have tonight. I have the Tigers.
Huh? Oh, I got the Tigers.
Yeah.
I'm betting my house on the Tigers.
Mortgage
tonight.
pick.
Yep.
In all seriousness aside, yes, I'm betting on the Tigers because there's no way I can lose, but I think LSU's going to win big.
Yeah, I'm going with Clemson.
You're going with Clemson. Yeah. So Brad and I are going opposite.
Yeah.
Now, I'll get behind your Anthony Munoz pick just because he's a Tennessee Vol.
Right. Their son, too.
Their son. Yep. And he would have played a long time if he wouldn't have got hurt.
Yeah. He was coming, though, when offensive linemen started getting that notoriety and, just he had to fight through some stuff to make it to college and all that. So I think that was a good American success story,
I agree. All right, number 2 for me. And he was on TV on Saturday at his team's home playoff game on Saturday. I got to go with Cool Joe, number 2.
Joe Namath?
Joe Montana.
Montana, okay.
Yeah.
I like him. He could be doing so much more if he wanted to.
Yeah, and I mean, dude looked like he could get out there and sling it today. He was over there with a big suit on, had his tie down in his shirt, had the black shades on.
Yeah.
I mean, dude was slick.
He's cool. I like him.
So that's my number 2. That's my non-Falcon pick.
Right. All right, my number 1, got to go with the flat top, Howie Long, my all-time favorite player.
Did you get 2 Raiders in there too?
No.
Okay. All right.
Just
so you weren't a homer like me.
Steeler, Bengal, Raider.
Miss Fowler, how are you?
Hello.
All right.
But yeah, that's my number one.
Everybody knows who this one is.
Who?
My number one. I already
Jamal
told
Anderson?
you.
Oh, no, he ain't
in there. Everybody knows who it is. Prime time.
Prime time. Boy, he's. I had a lot of. I didn't like him very much when I was in high school. But man, what an athlete! Looking back, I can appreciate what he was doing. He created an image.
Well, he created
cashed in on it.
He created a whole. I mean, he was
persona.
The first shutdown corner.
Oh yeah, his play, yeah,
yeah.
He was all, and that's when you don't like somebody. It's usually because they beat your team or they're that good. Yeah,
yeah. But his persona with the high stepping and the jawing and all the showing off. I mean that. I remember as a very young boy, and this was probably Deion's rookie season, maybe his second season. My family went on a trip to Atlanta. We went to a Braves game. We ended up going to Florida after that. But I remember my dad taking me to Fulton County Stadium. We didn't have tickets. He just asked. He goes, "My son's a real big Falcons fan. Can I just walk him in to kind of look over and see a couple plays?" And
that's cool.
And they let us in. We walked to the top of a thing, looked down just for prime time to play.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I still remember that to this day. Actually, the first NFL.
You like 17 or no?
Yes. I was probably 8, 19 years old.
Yeah.
And my first NFL jersey, everybody wants NFL jerseys when they're kids and all that. My first NFL jersey was a primetime jersey, but it was with San Francisco because he had just got moved to San Francisco. So I also pulled for the Niners because my dad was a Niners fan. So Cool Joe. So mine are all rooted.
Well, that's same here. And but like how long he used to record his stuff on VHS tapes, and the plays he did good on, I'd watch and try to figure out what he did right to make that play and copy that when I played stuff. Although I just always liked to know, no scandals, no nothing. He let his play do his talking, you know.
And everybody, top 3 Hall of Fame NFL football players. Tell us what you think about the games this weekend. Just comment, like, share. Tell us you're there.
Yeah.
We don't know you're there unless you tell us you're there.
Yeah. And I will say this, too, about Deion. He, played for the Braves as well.
Yeah.
So how lucky can you be to be on 2 sport and in the same city?
Well, how about this? He's also the only player in NFL and NMLB history to play a playoff baseball game and an NFL football game in the same day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. He had that was huge. I mean, and I love hearing him speak. Love hearing him tell stories.
He's got a lot of passion. He's got a lot of passion.
Yeah, I like it.
And he had a real bad story, and now if you listen to him and stuff, how he's turned his life around, and he's got stuff going on. I mean, who was it? Charles Barkley said, "I'm not a role model."
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm not one to question anybody's faith or anything like that. But it is funny, like him and Michael Irvin both, have taken a big turn. But listening to their testimony, it's almost, I'm thinking, did you become a Christian just so you could brag about everything you did? Because it's all women, cars, money, parties,
Yeah.
It's like, it's never too late for love, though.
Yeah, that's good. You tried one. All right.
We got to remember our list over here.
All right, so let's go for our picks this weekend. We already talked about the games this past weekend, so let's hit the list this weekend. You got Titans at Chiefs.
Titans at Chiefs. I am going with the Titans.
I'm going to go with the Titans in a close one, too.
All right.
Packers at 49ers. I'm pulling for the Niners, so.
I'm going with Packers.
All right, Super Bowl pick. Out of those 4 teams, and we'll have to revisit this after this weekend. I'm going. Obviously, I just picked the Titans and the Niners to win go to the Super Bowl. I'm picking the Niners to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and we got a good pick right here from Lance, Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is a fantastic pick.
Yeah, this would be a tough one to truly put thought into, and I know who my number 1 would be, but I could probably create 10 different top 3s over my favorite players.
And the cool thing about Barry Sanders...
Jamie Cleveland, what's up, man?
The cool thing about Barry Sanders is he actually retired from football before he beat Walter Payton's record because he said he had no love for the game and he didn't want to take it away from Sweetness, who loved the game. Yeah. So that was one of the reasons he gave for not beating Walter Payton's record. Yeah. I'll still take Barry Sanders over Emmitt Smith every single day.
Yeah.
Think about what Barry could have done with the Dallas Cowboys line.
No, dude, that's he had as many negative yards as he did positive yards nearly. So, But yeah, so Cleveland, Jamie's from. I don't know if he's from Louisiana, but I know he's a big Saints fan. So I don't know if you're down there or not, but you can see behind us we're on location live. but he's going for LSU. I didn't have to see that. I knew that already.
All right.
But I'm going for Clemson. The loser can buy lunch.
All right. I'm got LSU. So, all right. Go ahead with your local event, Brad.
So it's the 24th and 25th, so I'm a little bit ahead. But it's the SEBRA. You know what the SEBRA is with the S?
I do not.
I didn't either until a few minutes ago. It's the Southeast Bull Riders Association.
Oh, cool.
They're going to be here at Miller Coliseum the 24th and 25th, and that is each night starts at 7:30, and that's Tennessee Miller Coliseum, 304 West Thompson Lane. They put on a pretty good show in that place.
They do.
Yeah, so a lot of people like that. So dust off those old cowboy boots that you ain't worn in 20 years. Go out there and walk bow-legged.
Do your thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty good event. A lot of little competitions going on in between the big ones, and see these old boys get out there and
do their thing.
Yeah, something I'd never do.
All right, if you're a realtor and you're unhappy where you are, you want to take your business to the next level, give us a call. Let's see how we can let it go.
Let it go. And if you feel like, love bites, maybe you can rekindle that love you once had.
Yeah.
You can say, pour some sugar on me.
There he is. All right.
What artist are we?
What artist
group
are we dropping?
Are we dropping songs of?
Yeah. So give us a call, 895-9710, 895-9710. We do things a little differently, have a little bit different model about picking up clients and taking care of our clients, things like that. So give us a call just to let us have a chance to talk to you. If you're new to the business or you want to get into the real estate business, same here. Just give us a call, give us a chance. You don't have to pick us. Just let us have a chance to talk to you.
And if you're looking to make that change, quit fooling and let it go. Go. Before your blood runs cold.
How many more you got? Because
I don't know.
I hadn't been paying attention to this one at all.
I hadn't either. It's been, but yeah. So yeah, I think you'd really enjoy a talk with us.
All right, we're about to pull up the photograph of a guy. Yeah, that one. All right, seriously, Coat Drive, Century 21 Right Realty's annual Coat Drive is still in effect. We've got it's time for another load. So, like we said last week, make us take 2 trucks to the next load. So,
yeah,
bring in some coats. Let us take them in. We'll get them to the homeless veterans. We're hooked up with the VA hospital to get those coats to people in need. So, help us out with that.
Yep.
All right, this guy, his photograph right above me. I tell you what, he should have looked in the mirror. This guy.
What an animal.
What an animal. So we got this one, and how many more left? Those 2. Okay, I got those. All right. So this guy's in Hicksville, New York. I didn't know there was a Hicksville, New York. Anybody? Hicksville, New York?
Hicksville, New York.
I don't know. This guy kind of pulled a hick move. This guy was in his Nissan Sentra driving down the road when he hits his air horn and turns his neon lights on top of his car on a light bar to pull over a van in front of him. You know what?
Doing his civic duty.
Just doing his civic duty. He's making a what's this civil or a citizen's arrest.
Yeah. Maybe he thought there was a van full of white lightning.
Maybe he thought there was a van full of white lightning. Maybe he thought it was Armageddon. Who knows? But I tell you what, he's Rock of Ages now. Guess who was inside this van that this gentleman pulled over?
Who?
A whole van load of police officers.
Ah.
So the police officers get out and tell him, hey, we are cops. What are you doing? And the guy just decides, you know what, I'm out, and takes off. So what do said police officers then do?
Oh, I'm sure it was pure hysteria.
They follow him. He evades arrest. He dodges a couple things and runs into something, getting arrested. They charged him with first-degree felony impersonating an officer.
Wow.
On top of that,
to explain to a judge.
On top of that, several other charges. So that's it. But that's the BS show for today. Go Tigers. And the Tigers I'm saying go Tigers for are then Bayou Bengals.
Then Bayou Bengals over there.
You know them some people up there eating some etouffee right now and some jambalaya and all that, drinking all day long. That stadium will be, I don't know, 75-80% LSU fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
hopping.
It's going to be rocking.
So much passion in college football.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why I like college football better. It's that
get it.
pageantry and passion behind it. But Friday we'll be back to talk about that. We'll talk about the football games that are
Don't
this
be this
weekend
guy.
also. And don't be that guy. I forgot his name, but he's in Hicksville, New York. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy.
There's always that guy.
All right, if you need any real estate help between now and Friday, give Brighter Eye a call, 615-895-9710. We're always happy to work your referrals, and we are.